Hello students, welcome back to today's class on exponents and powers, and today we're going to have some practice session and let's understand how far we understood this topic, right? My name is Avinash and I'm a graduate from IIT Kharagpur. Let's start today's session. So what's the first question that we are having today? Write the following in the standard form. As also we have discussed the same thing. How to write the numbers in the standard form, right? So standard form in the sense we need to use exponents. By taking the help of decimals, we have 0 point, okay, this is 0.0035, 0.0035. So now tell me how many points are there? 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. After the point, we have 4 decimal values, right? So this can be written as this point if you want to transfer the last, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means you need to write 10 power minus 4. We need to shift that decimal by 4 places. You need to write that as 35 into 10 power minus 4. Why minus 4? Whenever you are going towards right, you need to write minus 4. Whenever you're coming towards left, you need to keep a plus. Okay. Or the same thing, when this point decimal is transferred only to the next 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. So here we can write as only 3. We can write 3.5. 3.5 into 10 power minus 3. Both are same. 35 into 10 power minus 4 or 3.5 into 10 power minus 3. Both are correct. Both are same. Right? What about 365.05? 365.05. We have 4 places. I mean, we have 2 places. We need to shift that 0 to the next 2 places. So 36505 into 10 power minus 2. 36505 into 10 power minus 2. Okay, so that is how you can try to write that in the standard format. Next, write the following in the standard form. The same question again. Next question, which one is greater? So we have a question here, which one is greater? 2 cube, what do you mean by 2 cube? 2 into 2 into 2, which is 8. 3 square, 3 into 3 is 9. 1 power 8, 1 into 1 into 1, so on 8 times. 1 repeated any number of times will again give you 1. Will again give you 1. 4 square, 4 into 4 is 16. 4 into 4 is 16. Which one is greater? So we can say that 16 is greater, which is a 4 square. 4 square is greater among all these values, correct? Okay. What's the next one? The value of 2 power 9, it's very, very important. 2 power 9. That means we need to multiply 2 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So let me multiply each and everything, okay, one by one. 2 into 2 is 4. 4 into 2 is 8. 8 2s are 16. 16 2s are 32. 32 2, 64. 64 into 2. 64 into 2, 4 2s are 8, 6 2s are 12, 128. 128 into 2. 128 into 2, 8 2s are 16, 2 2s are 4, 5, 2 1s 2. And 256 into 2, 256 into 2, 6 2s are 12, 5 2s are 10, 11, 2 2s are 4, 5. So it is a 512. It is a 512, 512. Okay, so the value of 2 power 9 is 512, 512. Okay, the value of 2 power 9 is a 512. Clear? The next question, the exponent in the expression 3 power 7, x 3 power 7, the exponent is always this number 7. This is called base. So 7 is the exponent. So the option B, the straightforward question, very simple question. Okay, the next one, the value of 3 power 0. 3 power 0, I told you many times, any number power 0 will always give you 1. 3 power 0 is 1. 4 power 0 is 1. 5 power 0 is 1. Any number to the power 0, is 1. So option C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, so the next one, multiplicative inverse of 1 by 7 is multiplicative inverse of 1 by 7. multiplicative, that means we need to find the reciprocal. We need to find the reciprocal. So 1 by 7 reciprocal, you will get 7. 1 by 7 reciprocal, you will get it as 7. Okay, so that option C is the correct answer. Moving forward, the value of 1 by 3 square is equal to 1 by 3 square, 1 by 3 into 3. It is 1 by 3 into 3 is 9. Very simple question. 1 by 9 is the correct answer. Okay, so the next one. In simplified form, 3 power 0 plus 4 power 0 plus 5 power 0 whole power 0 is equal to 3 power 0. Told you anything power 0 is always equal to 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1 plus 1. How much is that? 3. So 3 power 0. 3 power 0 is 1. 3 power 0 is 1. In simplified form, 3 power 0 plus 4 power 0 plus 5 power 0 whole power 0. So again 1 power 0. 1 power 0. Okay, so 3 power 0. It's again equal to 1. So it is equal to 1. Right, it's not 3 because you have one more power 0. 3 power 0. Correct. So next one. The approximate distance of moon from the earth is 38446700 meters, and in exponential form this distance can be written as. So we have a couple of notations here. Once again, let's try to write the number. Okay, so what is that number? 38446700. 38446700, and in exponential form this distance can be written as. Carefully see here, if you want the decimal point here after 3, so we need to bring our decimal from here to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we can write 3.8446700 into 10 power 8. 3.84467 into 67000 10 power 8. But we don't have zeros here. Carefully observe that. So what I can do here, okay, or else let's go for the second option. Here we have the decimal after 7. We don't have decimal, that means we have after 7. After 7, that means 38446700. So 1 2 3. So 3 places. 38447 into 10 cube should be there. Into 10 cube. I'm so sorry. Right. So here we are shifting that. Right. So 3 point. Here it is correct. How many places? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So that is 10 power 8. This is 10 cube. Do we have that option? No. Right. What about the next one? What about the third option? 384467. Again the same thing. Right. What is the last one? The last one is again 3.84467 in 10 power minus 3. Okay, even that is not correct. Okay, so we don't have. Once again, let's try to understand what is the question. The approximate distance between the moon and the earth is 38446700 meters. Okay, so 3.84467 into 10 power 8. 10 power 8. So we don't have that option, but still you just need to have 3 zeros. You need to have 3 zeros to get the correct answer. Okay, I don't think it should be meters. I think it is the kilometers maybe. Right, whatever it is. The correct answer for that number will be this. There is some printing mistake where some decimal point has been missing. Right, so this is how you can try to relate that. So moving ahead, 7 into 10 power 5 meters. 7 into 10 power 5. 10 power minus 5. 10 power minus 5 means you need to bring the decimal back by 5 places. Right, so 7 is here. Decimal is here. 1 2 3 4 5 0 0 0 0. So point decimal will be here. So 0.1234, 4 zeros and then 7. 0.1234, 4 zeros and 7. So option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. So moving ahead, the value of 6 power minus 1 minus 8 power minus 1 whole power minus 1 is. The value of 6 power minus 1 minus 8 power minus 1 whole power minus 1. 6 power minus 1, what do you mean by that? We discussed what is a power minus m, which is equal to 1 by a power m. which is equal to 1 by a power m, correct? So this is 1 by 6 minus 1 by 8. Let's try to first find this value and then let's try to go for the outer minus 1. So what is LCM of 6 and 8? It says 24 if I'm not wrong. Please try to find it out. LCM of 6 and 8 is 24. 6 4 is 24, 4 into 1 is 4, minus 8 3 is 24, 3 into 1 is 3. 4 minus 3 whole power minus 1. 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 by 24 whole power minus 1. Again, a power minus m is 1 by a power m. So 1 by 24, 1 by 24 can be written as 24 power minus 1 whole power minus 1. 1 by 24 can be written as 24 whole power minus 1. So which is now equal to 24 power minus 1 into minus 1 will give you plus 1. Minus 1 into minus 1 will give you plus 1. So 24 power 1, which is again simply equal to 24. 24 power 1, which is equal to 24. So option D is the correct answer. Option D is the correct answer. Okay. So moving ahead, the next one. If 5 power 2x plus 1 divided by 25 is equal to 125, then the value of x is. The point is, we need to convert this in terms of 5 powers, in terms of exponents of 5. This is already with 5, so don't worry about that. 5 power 2x plus 1. And the down 25 is 5 square. And this 125 is 5 cube. 125 is 5 cube. 5 into 5 into 5. 5 5 is 25 into 5. 5 5 is 25. 5 2 is 10, 11, 12. So 25 into 5 is 125. A power m by a power n. A power m by a power n. The formula is a power m minus n. The formula is a power m minus n, right? So that will give you 5 power 2x plus 1 minus 2 is equal to 5 cube. So now, as the bases are equal, we can try to equate the exponents. So 2x plus 1 minus 2, 2x, 1 minus 2 is minus 1, 2x minus 1 is equal to 3. 2x minus 1 is equal to 3. That will give you 2x equal to 3, minus 1 will come here, plus 1. So 2x is equal to 3 plus 1 is 4. X is equal to 4 by 2, which is equal to. X is equal to 4 by 2, which is equal to, right? So that is again option A. That is again option A. Alright. 5 power 2x plus 1 by 25 is equal to 125, and the value of x is 2. So let's move forward to the next question. If 2 power 3x minus 1 plus 10 divided by 7 is equal to 6, then the value of x is, okay, let's try to see that. 2 power 3x minus 1 plus 10 divided by 7 is equal to 6. So can we convert this 7, can we move this 7 to the other side? What will happen? 7 into 6 is 42, right? So 2 power 3x minus 1 plus 10. 2 power 3x minus 1 plus 10 is equal to 7 6 are 42. 7 6 are 42. Right? So 2 power 3x minus 1, 2 power 3x minus 1 is equal to 42 plus 10 is here, will become minus 10. So 2 power 3x minus 1, 2 power 3x minus 1, 42 minus 2, 42 minus 10 is 32. 42 minus 10 is 32. Okay. So now 32 we can write as 2 power 5. 2 power 3x minus 1 is equal to 32. It is a 2 power 5. It is 2 power 5. So can we see these two? Can we equate these two? So 3x minus 1 is equal to 5. 3x equal to 5 plus 1 is 6. So x is equal to 6 by 3. So x will take the value of 2. X is equal to 2. So please copy this question carefully. We'll go for this next question. All these questions are very simple. The only process is we need to equate the bases. We need to make the bases equal. So when the bases are same, when the bases are equal, we can directly equate the exponents. Okay. So please try to copy this properly so that we can go for the next question. Similar type of thing, we'll try to discuss one or few more questions. Right. So the next question we are having. What is the next question we are having? Find the value of x if minus 3 power 3x plus 1 into minus 3 power 4 is equal to minus 3 power 8. Minus 3 power 3x plus 1 into minus 3 power minus 3 power 4. A power m into a power n. A power m into a power n, which is equal to a power m plus n, which is a power m plus n. So this is minus 3 power m plus 1. 3x plus 1 plus 4 is equal to minus 3 power 8. So that will give you minus 3 power 3x plus 5. 3x plus 5 is equal to minus 3 power 8. Minus 3 power 8. Okay. So now we can equate these two. So you can write 3x plus 5 is equal to 8. So 3x is equal to 8 minus 5. So 3x is equal to 3. So 3x is equal to 3. Divide with 3. So x is equal to 3 by 3, which is equal to 1. So what is the final solution? X will be equal to 1. If you want to verify, just substitute back. If you substitute 1 here, 3 into 1 is 3. 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 plus 4 will give you 8. That's an exactly correct answer. Okay. So I hope all these questions are clear to you. So let's try to discuss one more. 81 power minus 4 divided by 729 power 2 minus x is equal to 9 power 4x. 81, 729, 9. So some relations between 9 maybe. 9 or 3. 81, I know it is 9 square. 9 square power minus 4. Divided by, what about 729? 729, if I'm not wrong, 81 into 9. 81 into 9. So 9 ones are 9, 8 is 16, 72. 729, so 81 is already 9 square. This is 9. So this is a 9 cube. 9 cube, you can find 9 into 9 into 9, you will get 729. 9 cube power 2 minus 6 is equal to 9 power 4x. So we can write this as 9 power 2 into minus 4 is minus 8 by 9 power 3 into 2 minus 6 is equal to 9 power 4x. A power m by a power n is equal to a power m minus n. So 9 power minus 8 minus 3 times of 2 minus x is equal to 9 power 4x. 9 power minus 8 minus 3 times of 2 minus x is equal to 9 power 4x. Okay. So now we need to equate these two. As the base are equal, we can directly equate these two. But when you are multiplying with negative, be very sure how to multiply properly. Minus 8 minus 3 into 2 is minus 6. Minus 3 into minus x is a plus 3x is equal to 4x. Minus 8 minus 6 plus 3x is 4x. Okay. So minus 8 minus 6 is minus 14 plus 3x is equal to 4x. So take this 3x here. Minus 14 is equal to 4x minus 3x. Minus 14 is equal to x. So we'll get x is equal to minus 14. So what is the value of x that satisfies this equation? That is a minus 14. There may be some calculation mistakes that might have appeared sometimes. So please try to get rectified. Please try to see if there is any mistake and please try to rectify them. Right. So I think all these questions are very clear to you. In the next class, we're going to discuss the next topic. And there are a lot many applications based on exponents and powers which are very, very, very important. This concept is a very useful and very important concept. Right? Not only for the state boards, not only for the foundations, for any competitive examinations, right? Exponents and powers questions are very interesting and very simple to solve if you're clear with all the laws of exponents. Right? Thank you so much, students. Stay tuned to get the next lecture. Thank you.
Hello everyone, welcome back to chemistry class at Gravity Cloud. Let's start the journey of the chapter of synthetic fibers and plastics in this class. This is the first chapter, or we can say this is a new chapter which we are going to start. And in this chapter, first of all, we understand about the synthetic fibers. Right? We start with the topic of synthetic fibers and then we further proceed to the new topics. So basically, before understanding the synthetic fibers, we should have the clarity about the term fiber. That what is fiber, right? Now, in our day-to-day life, we wear clothes, right? And have you ever wondered that these clothes are made up of what? If you ever see your clothes very closely, you will see that these clothes are made up of small, or we can say very thin threads, right? These threads are actually made up of fibers. The threads are made up of fibers, right? So basically, if I talk about the clothes, our clothes are made up of, if I talk about the clothes, just a second. Yes, if I talk about the clothes, they are made up of fabric. They are made up of fabric. Now fabric can be what? The fabric can be, right, fabric can be wool, it can be silk, it can be cotton, right? It can be woolen, it can be silk, it can be cotton. So in the summer we wear the woolen clothes, right? And also you would have known, or you would have seen, or you would have read about the famous silk saris, right? Famous silk saris. So in the silk saris, the silk sari is a cloth. It is made up of silk fabric, right? And these fabrics, they are made up of fibers. These fabrics are made up of fibers. Simple. So our clothes, they are made up of fabrics, and fabrics are made up of fibers. Simple. What are the fibers? They are the thread-like structures. They are the thread-like structures. Simple. Right? Fibers are the thread-like structures. So if you go by definition of fibers, we will understand what are fibers. Then we can understand about the fabric. Once we understand about the fabric, then we can easily tell that how different fabrics are used to make different type of clothes, right? So let's understand first about the fibers. If you talk about the definition of fiber, a fiber is generally defined as the thread-like structures which are thin, long and flexible strands. Simple, right? A thread is like or we can say a fiber is like what? It's a thread-like structure that are thin, long and flexible strands. Now take the example of hair. If you take the example of hair, our hair are so thin, right? And they are thin and they are strong also. If you try to break the hair, it takes energy, it takes power, strength to break the hair, right? And they are long also, they are thin also, and similarly they are flexible strands. So if you talk about our hair, hair is also a kind of fiber, right? But unfortunately, we don't use our hair to make the clothes, right? So fiber is what? Fiber is generally a thread-like structure that we use that is also thin, long and flexible strands. Important thing is that these fibers, they are of different types, right? All the fibers are of different types. If you ever see the clothes which we wear, for example, we wear the cotton clothes or silk clothes or woolen clothes. The material, the clothing material of the woolen cloth, silk cloth and cotton cloth will be different, right? It will not be same. Why it happens? Because these clothing materials, they are made up of different fibers, right? These clothing materials, they are made up of different fibers. So fibers are classified into different categories. First category is the natural fibers and second category is the synthetic fibers, right? Fibers we can obtain fibers from the nature or we can produce fibers by our own. When we produce fibers by ourselves, these are called synthetic fibers, which are called also man-made fibers. Man-made fibers, right? Now if I have to see the natural fibers, they are of two types. From the nature, we can get the fibers from two resources. First is the animals, second is the plants, right? Now when it comes to plants, we have different categories of fibers, or I can say we can get these thread-like structures from plants in different forms. For example, cotton. Now we get the cotton from the cotton plant, right? The cotton plant gives us the cotton, and this is a fiber. This is my cotton fiber. Simple, right? Similarly, jute. This is my jute. So from where we get the jute? We get the jute from the jute plant, right? Similarly, this is my hemp. This is hemp. So this hemp fiber we get from the hemp plant. HEMP, hemp plant. This is the leaf of hemp, right? From this plant we get the hemp fiber. So all these are the natural fibers which we get from the plants, and they are good ones, they are important ones, right? Cotton fiber we get from the cotton plant, jute fibers we get from the jute plant, and hemp fiber we get from the hemp plant. Simple. Important thing is these are the fibers which get from the plant. Similarly, when we talk about the animals, now we know we get the woolen from the sheep, right? We get the wool from sheep, and wool is a kind of fiber. So wool is a fiber which we get from animal, which is sheep. Similarly, silk. Now we know how do we produce the silk. Silk is one of the most important and one of the most costliest fiber which you will ever see. Simple. The clothes which are made up of silk are very expensive, right? And the clothes which are made up of wool, they are less expensive than clothes of silk. Why it happens? Because getting the silk from the silkworm is a very long, tiring and time-taking process. That's why whenever you will see, if you go in the market and buy 1 kg silk, if you go in the market and buy 1 kg silk and 1 kg wool, right? If you go in the market and buy 1 kg silk or 1 kg wool, you will see that the cost of silk is more as compared to kg of wool. The cost of silk is more as compared to cost of wool. Simple, right? So these are the two most important animal fibers which we get from the nature. So these are the fibers which we get from the nature, from the plants and from the animals. Now when it comes to the synthetic fibers, means man-made fibers. So there are of different categories, but the most important categories are 3 categories important. First one is the rayon. This is my rayon, R-A-Y-O-N, rayon. So rayon is one of the category of the synthetic fibers which we use in our day-to-day life, right? What are the uses of rayon? How the rayon is made, where we use it, how and what are the properties of rayon? We will understand, right? Second thing is the nylon. This is my nylon, right? Now nylon is one of the most important and one of the most innovative fiber, synthetic fiber which man-made has ever created. It is very important for us because it has so many uses that you will see how good it is in its properties. Simple. Next one is the acrylic. This is my acrylic. Now acrylic is also one of the fiber, synthetic fiber, which we use in producing the clothes as well as different products, different articles which we use in our day-to-day life, right? So these are the important synthetic fibers and these are the important natural fibers, and natural fibers are of 2 types, animals as well as plant-based fiber, right? So just note it down. I give you 10 seconds. Just note it down or take the screenshot. Yes. So these are the examples of fibers, right? Now, as I told you, we will discuss about the fibers as well as the synthetic fibers. So fibers is discussed. Let's directly jump to the synthetic fibers. Now, as the name suggests, what are the synthetic fibers? Synthetic fibers, if we talk, are the fibers which are produced by human. Hence, we don't get the synthetic fibers from nature, right? But ultimately, a fiber is what? Fiber is a thread-like structure, right? That thread-like structure is made by human, but we have used something to make that thread, right? We would have used something to make that thread, right? So on the basis of raw materials, when I say raw material, that means what? That means the material which we use to make the product. And here the product is what? Synthetic fiber, right? So on the basis of raw materials, we can classify the We can classify these fibers into different categories. Simple. So what is synthetic fiber? It's a fiber, it's a chain of the small units joined together. It's a chain of small units joined together, right? And each small unit is a chemical substance. Each small unit is a chemical substance. Simple. Now these small units, they join together to form a single unit called polymer. They join together to form a polymer, and this polymer material is called synthetic fiber. Simple. Now the definition might be a bit confusing, more of technical, right, things here, but let's understand one by one. Now I told you that the synthetic fiber is a chain of small units joined together. These small units are called monomers. These small units are called monomers. Right? These small units are called monomer. Now for example, if I talk about this one, for example, if I ask you that, let's say that graphite, if I say graphite is a what? Graphite is a substance, right? Graphite is a substance. And the graphite is made up of what? Graphite is made up of carbon chain. It is made up of strongly interlinked carbon chain. Right? The graphite is made up of strongly interlinked carbon chain. How it happens? If you ever see the structure of graphite, it will be like this. If you ever see the structure of graphite, it will be something like this. Like this. Okay, this is how it is happening. This is suppose one chain. This is suppose one layer. Strongly interlinked carbon chain, or we can say layers. Carbon layers. Right? In this one chain, we have carbons. These are the carbons. These are the carbons. Simple. Right? Similarly, we have another chain. Let's say we have another chain here. Just a second. Yes. Let's say we have another layer here. Like this, right? So there are two layers. This is layer 1, this is layer 2. In the layer 2 also we have carbon atoms. In the layer 2 also we have carbon atoms like this. Simple. Right? In the layer 2 also we have carbon atoms. Now these two layers, they are linked together. These two layers, they are linked together. They are linked together like this. Simple. The layers two are linked together. Similarly, there will be thousands of layers, crores of layers. There are thousands, lakhs, crores of layers which are linked together, and they will form the graphite substance. They will form the graphite substance, right? They will form the graphite material. So thousands of layers like this, crores of layers like this, they come together, they stick around, they join together to form the graphite material, right? Similar is the case of synthetic fiber. Now synthetic fiber is also consisting of very small units, and those small units are called monomers. Those small units are called monomers. Simple, right? And these monomers are actually the chemicals. These monomers are actually the chemicals. These are the chemicals. These are actually the chemicals. Now when I say chemicals, that means, for example, if I talk about HCl, HCl is what? Hydrochloric acid, right? HCl is hydrochloric acid, and it's a chemical. Similarly, if I talk about H2SO4, or if I talk about NaOH, so what are these? Sulfuric acid, sodium hydroxide, HCl, all these are chemical substances, right? Similarly, the monomers in the synthetic fiber are actually the chemicals only, right? These monomers or these chemicals, they combine together, they stick together, and they will form a polymer. They will form the polymer like this. Like here, all the layers are made up of carbon atoms, right? All the layers are made up of carbon atoms. So one layer stick to the another layer, second layer stick to the third layer, and in this way crores of layers, they stick together to form the graphite material. Similarly here, the monomers, they stick together, hundreds, crores of monomers, they stick together to form the polymer. This polymer is the synthetic fiber, right? The polymer material is called the synthetic fiber. So what will happen? All the monomers, all these monomers, they will stick together like this, right? They will stick together like this, form a long chain. Form a long chain like this, right? All the monomers, they will stick together, right? So monomers, when they join together, they will undergo polymerization. Simple. So monomers, when they join together to form the polymer, this process is called polymerization. So when polymerization occurs, monomers forms polymers, and these polymers are actually the synthetic fibers. These are the synthetic fibers here. Understood? Simple. So small units join together to form a single large unit is the polymer. Yes. Small units, monomers, they stick together, they form a large unit which is called polymer, and this polymer is called the synthetic fiber. Simple. Right? In this case, the polymer which we get is the synthetic fiber. Now I told you that it depends upon what kind of monomer we have. It depends upon what kind of monomer we have. I told you monomers are the chemical substances. So what type of raw material we have to make the synthetic fiber, on that it depends the different types of synthetic fibers, right? So let's understand the different types of synthetic fibers which we have. First one, nylon. First one is the nylon. Now when it comes to nylon, nylon is one of the most important and one of the most versatile, we can say, fiber which we have. It's one of the most versatile and one of the most important fiber which we have, right? Now I told you, just like I told you, that graphite is made up of carbon atoms, right? Graphite or diamond also. Graphite and diamond both are made up of carbon atoms. So carbon is the raw material. Carbon is the raw material for diamond and graphite. Same happens with the case of nylon. Nylon is a synthetic fiber, yes, and it is made up of coal, water and air. Simple. Nylon is one of the synthetic fiber which is made up of coal, water and air. That means coal, water and air, they are the raw materials. They are the raw materials. Simple. Right? They are the raw materials for the formation of synthetic fiber. That is nylon. Important is, the nylon is very light, very strong and very elastic in nature. When I say nylon, it is very light in nature, very strong in nature and elastic. Elastic means you can stretch it, right? Just like we have the rubber band. What do we do with the rubber band? We can easily stretch the rubber band, right? And when you release it, it becomes normal. Same is the case with the nylon. Nylon is very light in weight. Light in weight means it is not heavy like iron, right? Suppose I take, let's say I have this is 1 meter nylon. This is 1 meter nylon. And suppose I have like this iron. This is my iron chain. Let's say this is my 1 meter iron chain. 1 meter iron chain. So which one will be more heavy? In this case, iron chain will be more heavy. But nylon is so lightweight that it is very light in handling it, right? It's very light. Simple. Strong. The strength of nylon is very high. If we talk about the strength of nylon, it is very, very high. How it is very high? How can we say that nylon has such a high strength, a high strong power? Because nylon is used to make the ropes. if you talk about nylon, we use the nylon to make the ropes, right? These are the nylon ropes. And why do we make the ropes? Because we use the ropes to tie the things, right? To hang the things, to tie the things. For different purpose we use the ropes. So that means the rope should have strength, right? This rope should have strength. It will have strength when the material is good, right? Or I can say the rope will have strength when the material which is used to make the rope is good, right? So the material, the nylon, is light, strong and elastic in nature. Next is, it is lustrous and easy to wash. It is lustrous and easy to wash. That is why we usually can see easily, we can easily see the nylon clothes. We can easily see the nylon clothes. Because nylon clothes, they are easy to wash and they are lustrous in nature. Lustrous means shining, right? When I say lustrous, that means shiny. These clothes are shiny in appearance and they are easy to wash. You can easily wash the clothes of nylon. सबसे important point, most important point is that the nylon thread is stronger than the steel wire. That is very important to understand. If you take 1 meter of nylon wire, if you take 1 meter of iron wire, or let's say 1 meter of steel wire, you will see that the steel wire has more strength as compared to iron, or we can say nylon. Sorry, the nylon has more strength as compared to steel, right? Why? Because if I take an example, let's do one activity. Suppose this is my pan. Now in this case, let's say I have a thread. This is the nylon thread. This is my nylon thread, right? And similarly, let's say this is my steel chain, right? I am hanging two things. I am hanging the nylon thread and steel chain. I will add a pan here. I will add a pan here, right? I will add the pan here. This is my pan. I will put some weight into it. I will put some weight into it. Let's say I put the weight of 50 kg here. I put the weight of 50 kg here also, right? You will see that after some time, now you keep on increasing the weight. In this case, you see that 50 kg weight is easily handled by nylon thread and 50 kg weight is easily handled by steel chain, right? Suppose you increase the weight, you further put the weight, right? You keep on putting the weight. A time will come that this steel chain, it will break, right? A time will come that the steel chain will break, but the nylon thread will not break. Or we can say nylon rope will not break. The nylon rope will not break. Simple, right? The steel chain can break, but nylon rope will not break. That means nylon rope has more strength than steel, right? Nylon rope has more strength than steel. Simple. Understood? Sure. Just note it down if you want to, or you can do this activity at home also, right? Great. Chalo. So this is the important point, that nylon thread is stronger than the steel wire. Also, because it is so strong, because the nylon thread is so strong, we use it to make the parachutes as well as ropes for rock climbing. Simple. So if you go to the hilly terrain, if you go to any hilly area or any, we can say, hill station, you will see that people do the rock climbing, right? People do the rock climbing. They will tie the rope at the top of mountain and they will hold the rope and they will go up by using the rope, right? They will climb the mountain by using the rope. Now just imagine this person will have some 60-70 kg weight, right? This person has some 60-70 kg weight and he is climbing the rope bus by using just one wire, right? He's climbing the rope just by using the nylon ropes, So you can easily see that how much strength the nylon rope is having, that he can easily handle the weight of the person, right? Similarly here, all these ropes all these ropes, they are the nylon ropes. They are the nylon ropes which are used for the parachute. Simple. Right? So this is how the important characteristics, important properties or importance of nylon which we can discuss. Right? Another important point, that in the case of nylon, static electricity is created. Static electricity is created in the nylon fibers. Now when I say static electricity, that means what? Simple. You can do one thing, that you can take a clean cloth, right? Take a dry cloth, and or you can do one thing, just take this pen and try to rub this pen over a cloth like this, right? Just like I'm rubbing this pen over my cloth like this, right? Like this. And after, do one thing, take this pen and bring close to your head like this. Take this pen and bring close to your head. You will see that this pen will attract the hairs. This pen will attract the hair. Why did it happen? Because what happened, when you rub this pen on a nylon fiber, or we can say nylon cloth, right? Suppose this cloth is of nylon. When you rub the pen over the nylon cloth, what will happen? A static charge is generated. A static charge is generated, right? That charge will attract the hair. When you bring the pen, or when you bring this pen on the head, it will attract the hair on your head because of the static charge generated over the nylon fiber. Simple. Right? Also, nylon easily catches fire. This is important to understand, that all the clothes of nylon or all the articles of nylon, they can easily catch fire. That's why whenever you go to any party, you go to the kitchen, or you go to any XYZ place, avoid the closeness to fire, right? Avoid the closeness to fire, because nylon can easily catch the fire. Nylon clothes, nylon curtains, anything, they can easily catch the fire. Simple. Right? Also, nylon is used to make socks, ropes, tents, toothbrush, car seat belts, sleeping bags, curtains, all these different articles, they can easily be made by using nylon. Right? So that is all about the nylon which we have to discuss. Also, in the next class we do one thing, we will see how the nylon is prepared. Right? There are many synthetic fibers which you have to understand. This is one of it. So I hope you understood what is synthetic fiber, how fibers are made, how synthetic fiber is made in the form of polymer, and how the important polymer properties are of nylon. Right? So that's all for today. I'll see you in the next class. Thank you.